Hey, and welcome to Weekly Tips. We're putting some sense in your tip jar. Welcome today. Today you're joined by me, Daniel, and I'm going to be talking to you today about my painting my first attempt of this puppy. So let's bark on into this and talk about me painting the first attempt of this puppy. So as I bark on into this drawing, I start out with this initial sketch. Now this is the important stage of the drawing, of working it out, trying to feel out and make sure that everything, fits in right. And, this can be a hit and miss sometimes. It's just a matter of trying to get this as accurate as possible, using your shapes to help guide you. Also using the negative space. I did use the negative space a little bit here, drawing the background rather than the actual character, if that makes sense to you. But yeah, there was a bit of workout to do and a bit of play around here. And that's not always easy in like 90 minutes, to kind of battle these things, playing around with where things lie and trying to figure it all out, with 90 minutes you kind of want to go from A to B. You just want to paint it. You don't want to do all this working and stuff per se, but it's important to get a painting done, and that's important. What's important about the image that you are creating is trying to get this initial sketch right, because without an initial sketch looking right, it's not going to work. And with this drawing, I don't think I did the best in the world. A few things I guess that I thought were quite wrong. Initially working a little bit too much on the background, because I could easily got away with just a simple gradient, a few colors. There's not much going on in the background, but I think I spent like 3-4 minutes. It doesn't seem too long, but in reality 3-4 minutes could be a long time for you to work out simple fixes. And for this drawing, I feel like I failed. I wanted something much more, better than I achieved in the end. And hence, why I decided to have a second attempt at it, what you'll see next week. So feel free to subscribe to this channel to see that pop up in the videos. I had a second attempt at it, and I will talk about that next week. But for now, I've got my initial sketch here. I've got that drawing all underway now. I've just quickly slapped on some color, background color, added in the color there for the dog, the boxer dog. This is an awesome boxer dog. Now, I found this image on pixabay.com, so feel free to go check that website out. It's awesome website for lots of material there that you can use in your work any way you want. But yeah, it's there. It's awesome material just to draw 90 minutes from. That's what I use it for. It's awesome. And also, if I do need other references, it does have lots of references. So if I'm looking for something different, it's an awesome site to check out. Anyway, going forward from there, I do, have all those colors in, and now, it's only slight fixes from here, just initially adding in a little bit more tones, fixing up its shape a little bit more. Because it's such a simple background, I can just paint the background on top to erase. Because I've got 2 layers at the moment, and it would get confusing unless I merge the layers and erase it back. There's that way too. But yeah, using that technique where paint over top the background color does help, fix up. Even, later on, if you're painting, you can erase that back. You can erase all that color, initial background color, out if you need to. Sometimes you don't necessarily need to for 90 minutes. There's not a lot of editing I do usually, kind of, once I've got the drawing going, I'm kind of just working on the tones and trying to make it look good and make it pop a little bit more. Adding some color in there. I don't usually focus too much on kind of the major portion, because the first 40 minutes I'm dealing with that major portion of the image, trying to make things seem better, making the eyes, proportional things. You would have seen me do a lasso tool before, and that's what I usually use at this stage. I usually lasso tool out everything that I need, and just size it down or up compared to what I need to do. And now, from here on, the last 45 minutes of me working on it, I'm now slowly working on each singular part now. So for instance, working on the ear, I still kind of work on it as a whole, but now I can focus in more on smaller parts, like working on an eye, working on a ear, working on a nose. Just slightly, a little bit all over the place, but every now and again you can see that I do, I might stop off on the nose for a little bit, or the ears for a little bit, so yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's fun doing these 90-minute art challenges, and I recommend that you do them. They have a lot to offer. It gives you 90 minutes that you're just focusing down, just painting something. It feels great. You're just painting what you see in front of you. It's kind of like being in an art class kind of a thing. You just have to kind of focus in. And yeah, you don't have to get it perfectly right. There's nothing wrong with you absolutely failing it. I feel like I absolutely, in a way, failed, or kind of didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve. And even, I'll say this now, but you probably see me next week talk about it, attempting it again. I still feel like I haven't hit the right mark on this challenge. And that's okay. You don't get every painting and every drawing like 100% right. And sometimes it takes a little bit more. For instance, my red panda, that one was a struggling one, because for quite a while I studied what was in the red panda. I drew the red panda like 10-15 times before I finally got to where I wanted to with the drawing. So sometimes it takes a lot more attempts, but in the end it's worth it. You get a good drawing out of it, and you can really learn and get there. Some are harder, some 90 minutes, some drawings, and you might fail at them. I feel some of the 90-minute art challenges I've done in the past, like 6 months since I've been doing them or something like that. Yeah, some of them I think I've completely failed at them. But that's okay. I've taken what I've taken from each painting and drawing, and learned from it, whether it's, texture. For this one, it's trying to capture that dog, trying to capture that kind of pose and that feeling, that mood that this dog is giving. So just learning that and taking that a little bit, I can then be like, okay, what did I learn from it? And with the next painting that has the similar, attributes that I need. The pose, the dogness of it, the boxer dog. Maybe there's another boxer dog in the future I might paint. It will come in handy that I've done this in the past, that focused in, I can get what I've done wrong and be like, okay, well, yeah, and it's okay. It might take me 30 paintings to get it, where exactly I want to get it. But I think even the first attempt, it's okay. It's not so bad. I still feel like there's room for improvement, and that's why I've gone ahead and done a second attempt at it, and you'll see that next week. So yeah, feel free to let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Keep drawing, everyone. Keep creating, and see you in the next video.